Hey everybody, it's Brick Waffle here, and today we're going to talk about 10 things every Minecraft base needs. So let's say you've been building for a little while, you've got a decent little castle, you're happy with it, but you're trying to figure out what you need to put inside. It's pretty easy for most people to do kind of a little exterior structure, but this is really number one right here, which is shelter. The very first thing you need is a roof over your head to keep you out of the elements, and some walls to keep monsters away from you. You can see we're missing a couple things here, but we're going to talk about that in just a second. So the very first thing you need, like I said, number one, shelter. I think this covers it. This could be as simple as a dirt house or as elaborate as a castle. Decorate it however you want. The important thing is to keep out the elements and the monsters. And yep, I know, we're going to have to do something about this door. So let's do that now. And there we go. Now we've got a door. Now you can use different kind of doors. Some doors will let you have a nice window you can walk right up to and see out of pretty well. That's awesome. You can also add some little windows or some iron bars. That's going to help. And the second part of this is defense. So that door is part of our defense. If we walk outside, this little bridge with the walls is part of our defense. And this moat is part of our defense. So that will slow down enemy players, but they're going to tunnel under you anyway. But it'll definitely stop mobs. It'll make sure the only way they can approach is right through here. And especially with this door, you'll be able to see if there's a mob coming or if there's a creeper standing right outside. Now, for some reason you see some mobs out there in the distance, right at the edge of your steps, about to approach your base, or even enemy players, you can come in here, and you can flick this lever, and you can pepper them with arrows. That's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. We're going to flip this back off again. Defense can include all sorts of things. Redstone traps. We've got some dispensers in there with a little clock. You can trigger from either side. But really, defense just means making sure you know how enemies are coming to you and have something to deal with them out there. Now, I guarantee if any enemy players are out here, when you flick that lever, they're going to have a bad time. Alright, so you've got shelter and you've got some defenses. What's the next thing you need? A bed. You have to have a place to sleep so that if you do manage to die in your well-protected castle, you've got some place to respawn. So let's just head down here underneath our castle audience hall here, and we're going to take a look in this room right here. We got a bed. Awesome. But we also have a few things here. We've got some decorations. We've got our dragon egg from the end behind some glass cases. Up here we have something a little interesting. We've got some sea lanterns behind some paintings, and we could just break these off, put them back up there wherever we like. That's a nice way to have some concealed lighting so you can't really tell what that's coming from. You've got an ender chest, which is actually very helpful to put in your bedroom. Maybe you need some backup arrows or a painting. Always good when you respawn to be able to get stuff that you need right away. And a jukebox in case you want some music to listen to as well. Now, I haven't decorated this room very much. We just wanted to make sure we talk about what's essential in here. A little bit of decoration is always good, but that's going to vary based on your own personal tastes. But number 3 is definitely a bedroom. Alright, so you've got your shelter, you've got your defense, you've got your bed. Now, what do you do with all that loot? You need a crafting and storage room. This is a pretty common design. You get chests in the wall here with some stairs over them so that you can open these up. I know this one's a little bit narrow. You might want to have a big circular room or some kind of big vault, but I like how this feels kind of closed in. You might want to even do some iron doors or some kind of redstone lock over here. But we've got crafting tables in the floor you can use. That's pretty awesome. Lots and lots of storage, even for a room this size. We've even got some furnaces in the back filled with the fuel of your choice. So in this case, blocks of coal. That's pretty good. You can use blaze rods, lava, whatever you want. The important thing is that you've got a place to store all your loot and to come back here and craft with all the items that you've gathered. Alright, number 5. In order to fill that crafting and storage room, you're going to need a mineshaft. So that can be pretty simple. I like doing a ladder with a water drop at the bottom so we can come down here, splash, won't take any damage because you're falling into water at the end. Come down here, light it up, do your branch mining. We got some redstone over here, we got some lapis, some iron and some gold, even a little bit of lava. And this looks like that goes up into a cave over there. The important thing is that when you're coming down to mine, there's a lot of different advice about the best level for diamonds. Statistically speaking, 10 turns out to be the best level, but if you go down to level 11, you don't have to worry about running into lava lakes because those will all start at your feet. Where if you're mining at 10, lava will be right in front of you and more chance for it to spill into the tunnel and ruin your day. And that's number 5, is a mineshaft. Alright, so you're feeling pretty good. You got your defenses, you got your crafting, you've got easy access to your mine, and now you realize you're hungry. What are you going to do about that? Well, you could put a farm out here in the fields, and then you have to worry about extending your defense around there, putting a wall around it. Something else you can do is put your farms right on top of the roof of your house. So let's fly up here. We're going to take a look. We've got all sorts of crops out here. We got pumpkins, melons, carrots, beet seeds, wheat, potatoes, all the crops right up here on the roof. And nothing's coming up here. It's nice and lit. Enemies are going to have to come up here to get to your crops and ruin your day up here. This is a very nice little trick to put all your farming above your base. And you don't have to worry about light as much because you got sunlight most of the time. Let's head back downstairs for number 7. You got everything established, and now you're looking for somewhere else to go. Of course, that means you're going to have to make an expedition into the Nether. So number 7 is a portal room. You can decorate this to look like a bit of the nether's protruding into the overworld if you want. It doesn't really matter how you decorate it. I chose some nether bricks and some nether rack and a little bit of glowstone. But you want to keep that at least 3 blocks away from your door so that if any zombie pigmen spawn from the portal, they're not going to wander around the rest of your base unchecked. If you really want to add some defense, you could throw an iron golem in here as well, and they'll attack the pigmen when they come out. That's number 7, portal room. Alright, so you've been to the nether, you've got all your materials, you realize, man, I could use some better armor, this diamond stuff by itself isn't cutting it, and of course that leads us to an enchanting room. Now, you've seen enchanting room designs for a long time in Minecraft just because bookshelves have to be a certain distance from the enchanting table, but what I've done here is I've put in some storage up at the top. You can put all your lapis in there, you could put your extra books in there when you enchant them, right up here at the ceiling, and you just have to put some slabs above that so you can still open them. I put obsidian in the floor just because it looks nice, a little lapis block here to show off when you're on your pedestal. In worst case, you can get some emergency lapis back out of that, and some anvils in here, so when you're doing your enchanting and you're combining items or repairing them, you can do that as well. This should be a one-stop shop for everything you need with enchanting. Alright, so you got all your diamond gear, you've done your nether trips, you've gotten everything you need. Now you want to fight the wither, and you realize it would be helpful if you had a few potions. So, you might have guessed it, number 9 is the brewing room. In here we've got some netherwort growing. You don't really need a lot of this stuff because when you break these, you're going to get quite a bit of it, and you can plant it back, and it grows really, really quickly. You do want an infinite water source, and in this case, this is just a 3x2 area, so you can grab your water buckets in here, your glass bottles, fill those up, make them water bottles, put them in here, brew your potions, and throw your final results in another chest. You can also use this chest to store some ingredients like magma creams and blaze powders and all that stuff. You will need blaze powder if you're playing at 1.9. That's a new ingredient for brewing, so make sure you keep plenty of that on hand as well. Number 9, brewing station. At some point, you'll inevitably find yourself far away from home and you're looking on how to get back. And if you're looking around the horizon, you can't remember where your base is, it's always good to have a lighthouse or some kind of indicator. Here, I've got beacons set up. Makes it really easy to spot. We come up over the edge, we can see it. If we didn't have the beacons, some torches right here would help a lot. You can see these crops illuminated from a long way off. You could even just build a tower with some torches on it. You can start out with dirt, build it with cobble, do whatever you like. But some way to find your base from a long way off is always helpful. And it really helps at night when you're trying to find your way back and you're worried about monsters chasing you. Number 10 is a beacon. Those are the 10 things every Minecraft base needs. Now, if you think I've missed something, please go down to the comments. Let me know what you think I've missed. If you found this to be helpful or if there's something else you really liked about it, go down and put a comment down there. Be sure to hit that like button if you really like this video. And as always, please subscribe for more videos. I've been Brick Waffle. Thank you for watching.